Tonight on Tom's Over Schools Today, we will take a look at your upcoming weather.
And as always, we have a look at some of the events from around the school district. Tom's Over Schools Today starts in 2 minutes.
And girls in the clique, the awful names at the stick. You're never gonna fit in much, kid. But if you're troubled and hurt, what you got under your shirt will make them pay for the things that they did.
Hello and welcome to Tom's Over Schools Today for Thursday, January 14th. I'm Isabella Gamberry.
And I'm Addie Gatanis. Later on tonight, we will check out your weather and we look into one special teacher's classroom.
But up first tonight, we take a look at our elementary schools in our Elementary Happening segment.
Starting off our elementary happenings, check in with your main office to see about any upcoming shows.
World War II veteran in California has one wish for Valentine's Day. He wants as many people as possible, including complete strangers, to send him a card. The reason, he says the cards will be part of his long personal stories whose final chapters are yet to be written. Bridget Bjorlo reports from Stockton.
From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli.
Major Bill White still wears the same dress blues made in the 1950s when he proudly served in the United States Marine Corps.
First to fight for right and freedom. Spent 30 years active duty and 54 retired. We are proud to claim the title of the United States Marine.
Among his many medals is one he's most proud of, the Purple Heart, a badge of honor for surviving the Battle of Iwo Jima.
The fact that I even survived is something. Weren't too many of us.
On March 3, 1945, Major White led his Marines toward the front lines under heavy fire from the Japanese.
When I was wounded, I didn't have any choice of. I had a grenade blow up in about 6 inches from me.
His injuries may have taken him off the battlefield, but his fighting spirit carried on in life.
Oh, I'm still here. 104, can't complain.
At 104, the California native spends his days dining with his friends in Stockton, staying active, and scrapbooking in what's become one of his favorite hobbies. He keeps a lifetime full of memories carefully preserved on these bookshelves in his room, each organized by year.
It's kept me busy. I'm just trying to locate and keep track of what's happened to me, where, when.
And this Valentine's Day, Major White is hoping to add to his collection with cards from people near and far.
I'll save every one of them. Like I've been saving little things that come up right now. and they'll be a personal part of my history.
A life story that's still being written. The secret?
Just keep breathing. That's I can't think of anything else. I can give you all sorts of ideas and suggestions, but if you're not breathing, they don't mean anything.
And keep turning the page to the next chapter.
Maybe ever look on heaven's scenes, they will find the streets are guarded by the United States Marines. Period.
Wow. That's amazing.
A 5-year-old girl in Alaska is turning her love of painting into a way to help animals in Australia. Sammy Selena introduces us to Keenly.
At 5 years old, the most important thing on a kid's mind during an art project, picking out the right color.
Koala.
Kinley is painting koala bears onto rocks.
You're going to do another koala bear?
But there's a reason why she isn't doing her usual hearts and rainbows.
And it was about the wildfires happening in Australia and different ways to help. So she wanted to know how she could help. And first it started, I could sell my things. Like, she was running around the house looking for things that she could sell.
So her mom posted on Facebook at the request of Kinley.
Kangaroos and koalas, and there was a big fire.
She told everyone she'd paint a rock for a donation to help the wildlife in Australia. She also considers herself a makeup artist and will gladly do a session in exchange for money.
This is a little messy, Mommy.
We never expected this kind of response from everybody. We're up to $1,000 now, which is so crazy.
So you can imagine how busy this artist is.
She has her first appointment, well, her second appointment. Her dad was her first appointment.
Ooh, I like blue. Blue's my favorite color.
She has makeup appointments lined up and more rocks to paint.
I have lots of makeup.
And she hopes all the koalas she's painting will help the real deal.
Let's take a look at today's random fact of the day.
Hi, I'm Mikkel Baker with TV21's Random Fact of the Day. Did you know the original prototype for the Star Trek Enterprise spaceship was stolen from creator Gene Roddenberry's unlocked van?
It's time to take a trip around the world in our 60-second road trip. Can you guess where we are today?
Looking for a place to have a perfect vacation, or even a honeymoon. I know the place to make the perfect reservation. Come, let me take you there soon. Yeah, to a place called Jamaica, where the island is in the sun. Place called Jamaica, if you really wanna have some fun. Place called Jamaica, the island is in the sun. Place called Jamaica.
It's now time for us to take a look at the dictionary.com's word of the day. Today's word is persiflag, meaning light, bantering, talk, or writing. And now for today's sentence. Everyone thought the persiflag between the actor and his wife was a hilarious conversation.
Now we are going to take a short break, but coming up, we take a look at our intermediate happenings.
And we also take a look at your weather. So stick around, we'll be right back.
Spend all your time waiting for that second chance, for a break that would make it okay. There's always some reason to feel not good enough, and it's hard at the end of the day. I need some distraction, oh, beautiful release. Memories find some peace tonight in the arms of the angel. Fly away.
Wait, what camera? Wait, we'll
Starting off intermediate happenings, at Intermediate North, the PTO will be selling popcorn on Friday, January 17th during lunches for $1.
Reminder, we are still collecting coats for our coat drive. Please drop them off in the box and located in the main entrance hallway.
Several dogs out for Sunday walks with their owners in Chicago ended up writhing in pain. The trouble may be linked to an electrified manhole cover. Mike Cusinelli has one dog owner story.
Dr. John Hanover checks the heart and lungs of Bodie. He also checked the dog's mouth.
He's got a bite wound on his own tongue.
We were really, really lucky.
And his owner, Lena Schwartz, has a bite on her hand. It came from the mouth of her 19-month-old dog.
And they go into fight or flight mode. Sympathetic nervous system kicks in and they don't know what's hurting them.
You're my baby.
And neither did Lena. But the fact that her dog was hurting was obvious Sunday morning when Bodie collapsed.
All of a sudden my dog, had started to convulse and seize.
So Schwartz tried to help.
I went and grabbed him and trying to see, are you okay? And he lunged at me and bit.
Bleeding from her hand, Lena managed to call her husband to the scene.
It was the loudest screeching animal I've ever heard in my entire life. I could hear it a block and a half away, and that was with the windows closed in my car.
When he got to Halstead and Wellington, Lena rushed to the ER. Mark stayed to figure out what was happening to Bodie.
He was absolutely paralyzed. He was stuck.
Bodie was stuck because his paws had come into contact with an electrified manhole cover. And since no one knew what was happening, the dog remained on the cover for as long as 10 minutes. Eventually, the dog was covered in a blanket, and only then was Mark able to lift Bodie up.
It was enough to get him off of the manhole cover. At the time, I didn't know that's what it was. We thought it was a seizure.
But officials later confirmed it was an electrical problem that injured Bodie and at least 2 other dogs. The entire corner was cordoned off with police tape marked biohazard. But Bodie should recover.
He's basically going to have post-traumatic stress, just like a person would from an experience like this.
The scenes from watching him writhe in pain will be with me as a scar for a long time.
It is now time for our environmental tip of the day. Each day we will bring a tip that will help save the environment. Let's take a look at today's tip.
Brew Certified Coffee, a USDA certified organic label, means it was grown using sustainable standards.
Every day on this show, we will be bringing you a tip of the day, so stay tuned tomorrow as we give you another way to help save the environment. It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at your high school happenings.
Tom's Over Schools Today will be right back.
But the butcher don't care if you live or if you die. But I've never touched nothing that my spirit could kill. You know, I've seen a lot of people walking around with tombstones in their eyes.
Starting off our high school happenings, attention students and staff. The school store is now open to serve you. We are stocked with all your Raider apparel needs, including Champion and Under Armour brands. The school store is open every day after school from 1:40 to 2 p.m. We also have Yoo-Hoo, Snapple, and water for $1, as well as many delicious snacks to get you energized for your after-school practices. Stop in soon. It's time to get Raiderized.
Also, at High School East, obligation forms are available in the main office. You must have your completed application form in order to purchase your bid. Bids will go on sale Tuesday, January 21st in the bagel booth after school. The cost per couple is $70 and a single bid is $35. Completed bid paperwork must be completed and returned to the bagel booth by Friday, January 31st. Let's now take a look inside one classroom here at High School East. Mr. Goodman is an amazing part of the school. Here's a look.
For Tom's Over Schools Today. Mr. Goodman has been a teacher here at High School East for 7 years and has coached here in the past. Let's take a look inside his classroom.
These 5 winners, right? The 5, keep first 5 done. You guys.
You know, when I got to Westchester, I was sitting there with my mom at a school visit after I got hurt. And I realized they had a good education program, and I thought that could be a good avenue for me to coach and teach. So I think right when I got there.
For the last 8 minutes, you guys can stop and hang out.
I did some teaching in Pennsylvania, but in Westchester area school district. But other than that, just Tom's Over.
Who puts cameras in people's faces like this? Like, this can't be real. There's not.
I had some seniors this year. Not really my thing for one reason or another, but the freshmen seem to be the group I like to hang out with the most.
Yo, EJ, where's your sheet at?
Do I have everything? Yeah, where y'all? Wait. I think I have everything. Yeah, show us. I think I'm good.
I have a few inspirations. One of them, Dr. Frank Fry from Westchester University, kind of got me into the right mindset. And I think I'm thankful for him as I got to be like a younger adult and young professional.
Everybody say, look how much works. It's how many. Yeah. You guys have an English teacher?
7 years. I got here right after Hurricane Sandy, 2013.
I'm so bad at this.
Mr. Goodman is an amazing part of High School East. For Tom's River School Today, I'm Nicolette DePalma.
Are you looking for some excitement? Do you want to help others? Why don't you become an EMT for the Eastover First Aid Squad? EMT applications can be picked up in the safety office. Just see Safety Officer Kenny or Officer Herbst in the main office.
Attention all seniors and juniors. The prom fashion show is scheduled for Friday, February 7th at 7 p.m. We are currently looking for both senior and junior boys and girls to sign up to model. Fabulous dresses and tuxedos. The sign-up sheets are located on the showcase outside of the girls' locker room. Anyone interested should sign up by the end of the day, Friday. Any questions, please see Miss Blondina.
Moving to High School North, interest meeting after school on Thursday, January 16th in B06. You must be medically and academically cleared in order to participate. Please see Coach Koenigstein if you have any questions. The Creative Writing and Art magazine of High School North is accepting creative writing and submissions from all students and staff for the 2020 edition of the Polaris. Submissions can be turned into Mr. Domino in BB7 or email them to trnpolaris@yahoo.com.
All Mariners, college visits have been scheduled for this month. Meeting with representatives helps you in your selection process. Come hear what the colleges you're interested in have to offer. You must see Mrs. Rose in guidance to sign up in advance to attend. A list will be posted in your junior and senior English classrooms. And check the High School North website at trschools.com soon for a complete list each month.
Let's now take a look at what grinds our gears. Hi, I'm Taylor Pistone, and it grinds my gears when I wake up 5 minutes before my alarm clock goes off.
For us to take a short break. After the break, we take a look at your 3-day forecast.
Tom's River Schools Today will be right back.
Seems to me like I'm just scared of never feeling it again. But I know it's crazy to believe in silly things, but it's not that easy. I remember it now, it takes me back to when it all first started. But I've only got myself to blame for it, and I accept it now. It's time to let it go out and start again. But it's not that easy. But I've got high hopes. It takes me back to when we started. High hopes.
Starting off sports, a Connecticut high school is reverting back to its old mascot, one that critics call offensive and racist. Roger Suzanne has details.
When Killingly's football team played in the state title game, the words Red Men emblazoned the jerseys. But at the time, the high school had no mascot because some felt the term was racist. But last night, the school board controversially voted to rename Killingly's sports teams as the Red Men. Feel like the town is still kind of divided over this?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Killingly had used the Red Men name since 1939. But over the summer, a democratically controlled Board of Ed voted to switch the mascot to Red Hawks. But in November, Republicans took control of the board and voted along party lines to ditch the Red Hawks and bring back the Red Men.
I think that they should go with something else.
A long line of students and Native Americans who spoke at last night's meeting agree. They begged the board not to switch back to the Red Men.
It's disrespectful in every which way. We worked hard to be where we are and to be respected like everyone else in this room, and we would like the respect as well.
But Republican board members pushed forward, insisting the name is not racist. And some people we spoke with tonight in Killingly feel the same way.
Indication of our heritage and certainly the heritage of the town.
The topic is still uncomfortable for some town leaders to discuss publicly. In fact, last night, board chair Craig Hanford was so unnerved by the presence of TV microphones sitting at his table that he called for a break to ask the town attorney if he could legally have them removed.
We'd like to take a 5-minute recess to call the board attorney.
In the end, as a courtesy, we moved the microphones to a different table, but still captured last night's historic vote. Now people on both sides of the debate hope the town can move on.
I think it's been decided finally.
Move forward. Exactly. Move forward.
Let's now take a look at our 3-day forecast for tomorrow. It will be cold and sunny with a high of 34 and a low of 19. For Saturday, there is a chance of light snow with a high of 41 and low of 36. And finally for Sunday, it will be windy with a high of 39 and low of 23.
Wrapping up tonight's show, some students in Scranton, Arkansas are skipping school for a good cause. They're helping clean up debris from an EF2 tornado that hit the area. Tiffany Lee reports on how the community is coming together to lend a helping hand.
How much a tornado could, do to their chicken houses and everything they've worked for and stuff, and now they got to rebuild everything. It's just horrible.
High school senior Ethan West lives just down the road from where the EF2 twister swept through, and this farm is close to his heart as well as many other students.
A lot of these kids have had field trips out here when they're like in the 3rd or 4th grade, and so they want to come and take care of this place because it's special to them.
Grimwalge Farm has been a Scranton staple for over 50 years, and Teresa Grimwalge says that they've never seen a storm quite like this.
I don't believe we've ever had tornado damage in the history of living here.
Grimwalge says that it's been a hard few days, but the community has shown their support. Superintendent Toby Cook says that he's proud his students were eager to help when they heard of the damage.
We had such a great student response over the weekend, contacting the administration that they want to do something to help. The community supports our school so much, and we wanted to be able to support the community.
180 kids split up into 3 groups today, doing jobs such as rebuilding fences and picking up debris from the storm on Friday night. Wes says that he'd much rather help a neighbor than sit in a classroom.
It's just a wonderful thing to come out here and help out these people. After a tornado and everything, we're a community and we like to help out our people, help out our friends and family.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it to interschoolmail to the TV studio at High School East. Or you can email us at tv21@trschools.com.
Also, be sure to tune in to TV21 throughout the day to catch the show as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website, www.trschools.com/TV21.
Well, that wraps up tonight's show. For Tom's River Schools Today, I'm Addie Gatanis.
And I'm Isabella Gamberry. Have a great night.